Welcome to ClubhouseNews.com. You're tuned in to Clubhouse News Weekend for the week ending Saturday, January 10th, 2015. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Sebastian. The new Congress was sworn in on Tuesday with the biggest Republican majority since World War II. See, Congress is made up of two halves, the Senate, which has 2 elected representatives from each of the 50 states, and the House of Representatives, which has 435 voting members based on the state populations. That means that the most populated state in the country, California, has 2 representatives in the Senate and a whopping 53 representatives in the House for its roughly 38 million citizens. As a lawmaking legislative branch of government, Congress balances the law-enforcing executive branch, which is led by the president, and the law-judging judicial branch, headed by the Supreme Court. In November's midterm elections for Congress, which are held 2 years after a president's election, Republicans took back the Senate from the Democrats with 54 seats and kept control of the House of Representatives with 247 seats. With a House majority, Republicans choose the Speaker of the House to lead the chamber, and they re-elected John Boehner.
Pope Francis, the revolutionary leader of the Catholic Church, named 15 new cardinals from mostly underrepresented countries outside of Europe. Cardinals are ranked beneath the Pope but are higher than archbishops. They belong to the College of Cardinals, which acts like a congress within the Catholic Church. This group advises the Pope on important global matters and also helps select new popes. In Pope Francis's efforts to get rid of corruption and increase representation for the poor, he's been cleaning house ever since taking office on March 13, 2013. Born in Argentina as Jorge Mario Bergoglio, he worked a variety of jobs like nightclub bouncer and chemical lab technician before rising through the Catholic ranks to become the country's cardinal. He made history as the first pope ever elected from the Americas and adopted the name Francis in honor of Saint Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of animals and the environment. The humble 76-year-old is widely admired for helping the poor, getting rid of corrupt church officials, and turning down the luxury clothes, cars, and apartments that come with being pope.
The USA was shaking in its boots this week from a nasty cold snap, with over 87% of the country experiencing sub-zero temperatures. Chilly winds swept through Chicago at 30 degrees below zero and went as low as negative 15 degrees in New York. Even sunny Florida was frozen with temperatures reaching 20 degrees. Since water freezes at around 32 degrees, it turns rain into snow. At least the Florida snowbirds were happy. What's the cause of this winter wonderland? Well, a frosty air mass has been making its way down south from Canada. And while the cold winds have been especially brutal, it's actually a normal weather pattern for this time of year. The Arctic cold may even reach the frigid levels of last year's so-called polar vortex, which blanketed the nation in icy snow from the North Pole.
It's raining sideways!
Sounds rough, Ollie. Do you have an umbrella?
Had one!
Where is it?
Inside out, 2 miles away!
Boston officials unearthed a time capsule from 1795. Buried by American Revolution heroes Samuel Adams and Paul Revere almost 220 years ago. That's older than your great-great-grandpa. The box had historic treasures like 5 folded newspapers and 24 coins, as well as a rectangular silver plate that historians believed was made and engraved by Revere. Famous for his midnight ride on horseback, Revere alerted the colonial militia that British forces were coming before the battles of Lexington and Concord. Adams was one of the founding fathers of the United States, like Benjamin Franklin and George Washington, who encouraged the 13 colonies to break free of Britain's rule. He guided Congress towards issuing the Declaration of Independence in 1776 and helped create the Constitution and Bill of Rights for America's legal system.